Good morning and welcome to Peace Out, where we are all learning together to peace out, right? I know I'm still learning it. Well, I'm getting better at it, I think, and I hope you are too. I'm getting better at tuning into what he has to say about things rather than listen to my crazy mind run all crazy, right? Anyway, hope you had a good weekend. I had a really good weekend. I actually worked on Peace Out, but I kind of got stopped. I've got to lay it aside for a day or two so I can go back with a clear mind because I was going, why am I even doing this? All these crazy thoughts came in my mind, and I was like, okay, I think I had my head in the book too much. So I've edited it, but I want to add some things, and I want to change some things, and so I have to lay it aside for a day or two. I'll probably pick it back up maybe tomorrow or something like that and get back on it. But it's almost done. I'm so excited. I think that'll be book 15 or so. It doesn't even matter. But while I was working on that book, I found myself in Psalm 139. And we talk about Psalm 139 a lot. And I actually sat down, I don't know where my notes are, but I took a whole bunch of notes out of Psalm 139 because God was doing so many things in Psalm 139. David was talking about, you see me, you saw me when I was still unformed. You knew me before I was born. Before I was even in the womb, you knew who I was going to be. He says God knew my path. God knew what I was going to do. God knows the words. God was with me. I wrote all the things down that David said about God in Psalm 139. Because see, we read Psalm 139 and see all the things he sees about us. But I took a minute to see all the action words that were about God in Psalm 139. That was a kind of a different view. So I was sitting there writing and thinking about some of that. And he was talking about God is always present. God sees everything. He knows. He walks with. He thinks about us. Why? Doesn't he have enough to do? But he thinks about his thoughts toward us. It says are great. There's a lot of them, and they're overwhelming when we think about it. Because Jeremiah 29:11 also reminds us that he has thoughts of hope and peace for us. And so if I put those two scriptures together, that means he's got a lot of thoughts, a lot of deep thoughts of hope and peace toward us, of giving us that peace, of giving us hope in this life and after. See, if God's just waiting for us in eternity, that's wonderful, but I need some peace right here in the here, nasty now and now. The sweet by and by, as we used to sing about when I was a kid, is a wonderful thing, and I can't wait. But I need some help in the nasty now and now. I need some help in my today, not in my, before I get to tomorrow, help me to navigate through today, right? So I was thinking about all these things, and then I got to the last verse of Psalm 139, and that's where I camped, because I was like, I need to think about this a little bit. So I've been thinking about it and meditating on it since yesterday. And there's two verses, 23 and 24. The last two verses of Psalm 139 say this: search me, O God. Now, I stopped there because I'm like, okay, wait. You just said you know my thoughts before I have them. You know my words before I form them and before I speak them. You know when I get up, when I sit down, when I go to sleep, when I wake up. God knows all these things, and yet he's saying at the end, search me, oh God, and know my heart. So I want you to know more, God, than just when I get up and when I sit down. I want you to know more than all these crazy thoughts I have, and I'm not the quick thinker, y'all, right? All these thoughts I have go through my head all day long. I want you to know more than the words I speak. That's a wonderful thing to think about, is just how God knows all those things. But here he's going, can you look past all of that, God, and go right down into my innermost being and see my heart? Because it's out of the abundance of the heart the mouth speaks. It's out of the abundance of the heart that our actions come. Our deeds are based on what we thought, and our thoughts are based on who we are, what's in our heart, right? And so it says, search me, O God, and know my thought. Try me. I'm like, oh, do I want to ask God that? We're going to skip that this morning. We're not going to talk about that part. Try me and know my anxieties. What an invitation. God, come and know my anxieties. No, it's my anxieties and my fears and my doubts and my weirdness that I want to hide from God, as if he doesn't see it anyway, right? But this invitation is, know my anxieties. My anxieties about finances, my anxieties about relationships, and anxieties about social interactions, my anxieties about fill in the blank. It's an invitation to know my anxieties, to know what concerns me, to know what causes me to go just totally still in fear, silent in fear. Silent, when anxieties are high, sometimes silence is loud, right? And he's this invitation is, God, know me through and through. And I love that because it's more than just, hey, come over sometime. Door's always open. Come over sometime. That's different. That's nice. It's nice to have friends that you know you can go anytime you want, right? But when somebody says, hey, come Friday night at 6 and we're going to eat, we're going to fellowship, we're going to pray together, or maybe we're going to play games together or watch a movie, that's more personal. This is up close and personal. God, get up close and personal with me today. I want it because I want to know you. And the next verse says, see if there's any wicked way in me. What an invitation. God, come and see all the bad stuff. That's not how we invite. We invite friends and then we clean our house so they don't know how nasty it is all the rest of the time when they're not here, right? Get the floor vacuum and get everything dusted real quick because they can't see how thick it is over there, right? We clean it all up. But this is going, God, go just see how needy I am. See how anxious I am to just know you. Come and see all the grit, all the dirt, all the struggles. And God says, I'll take you up on that. Because God already sees it, but the invitation is for something more up close and personal. This makes it, God, this is great that you see my thoughts. That's great. You're going to see them anyway, whether I invite you or not. You're going to know when I stand up and when I sit down, when I go to bed, when I get up. You're going to know all those things, but I'm inviting a personal relationship with the God who made me in this last. Come and know my heart. Come and try me. Know my anxieties. Know what trips my trigger, right? Know what sets me off. Be personal, God. I love that. That's going to be my meditation today. Just how I'm going to invite God to be up close and personal. Because you know what? Until he gets up close and personal, I don't think until we allow him, should I say it that way, to get up close and personal, we can tell him anything and everything and know that he's still going to love us and accept us and we still have grace and mercy for the day. Until we get to that place, I'm not sure we can really experience the depths of his peace. So make your invitation today and then just welcome God into your day. Welcome into your thoughts, into everything you got to do today, and enjoy that peace that he brings when he comes, right? Have a great day, you guys. Peace out. I'll see you guys tomorrow.